What's going on, everybody? I'm Kevin from Puff and Ponder Podcast. It's another episode of The Diaries of a Mad Mechanic. I had something happen a few minutes ago. I just pulled out of the UPS store and got an alert for an email. And cause I took my truck into the dealership this past Monday, and having an issue with the navigation. They reprogrammed it earlier in the year, and it's never been right. It was good for a week or so, and then it just started acting up again, and I've just dealt with it. I'm too busy of a guy to get down, to the dealership and wait for a couple of hours, and I know how people, when they come into my shop. So they checked me in. Oh, you're out of your bumper-to-bumper warranty. And I'm like, I know, but you guys fixed it in the bumper-to-bumper warranty. It never fixed. Now I'm out because, I got the 3-year 36, but I got the 100,000 powertrain. And I'm going to tell you this right now. 2020 and up, you need to be, if you're not getting a 100,000 mile warranty, you need to be buying an extended warranty because vehicles are just piles of shit. Starting in 2019 really was. Honestly, if you can find a low miles 2018, 2019, anything, buy it. It was the last good model year for just about every vehicle across the board. COVID vehicles and on, fucking garbage. So take it in, nothing they can do for me. I'm like, what the fuck? So email the service manager. Because he wasn't there that day, and I've had to email him before about an issue, and he took care of it pretty quickly. And so he just emailed me back and goes, listen, it's not covered. There's nothing we can do. If you would have brought it to our attention when you were in, because it was like March or April I was in, and then I had to bring it in for June to do some maintenance on my truck that my shop's not capable of doing. So like, if you'd brought it to our attention in June that it was still acting up, and I'm like, I just completely forgot. And I go, it's just been a pain in the butt, and I just think back to like all the times the customers have called me up. Hey, since you did my brakes, they've been squeaking. And I'll look up and I'm like, it's been like 9 months. Your brakes have been squeaking the entire time. Yeah, I just haven't had time. And I'm like, I'm calling shenanigans. They just started squeaking. I know it. Or, you just, or that you've had a thumping sound for, like I said, 6 months and you haven't said a word. I don't think I'm ever going to say that again because I'm that guy. Like I said, it's been acting up like 6-7 months. And I even did my fingers and I still don't know how to count. Yeah, and it's, but yeah, it just, I don't have time. So luckily he's like, listen, we'll waive the $200 diagnostic fee, and then we'll see if we can get to the bottom of it. And I'm like, yeah, so it's not going to cost me anything, hopefully, unless they reflash it or reprogram it. So who knows what that's going to cost. So I'll probably just hook up my scanner and see if I can just reprogram it from my shop. And I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, even if there was. So I imagine on the dealership side, I probably could have called up and like, hey, can you make a note in my system or in the system to where, I called back, I don't have time to bring this in. They probably could have made a note. If you would have called me up like a week after doing the brakes, like, hey, my brakes are squeaking. It's going to be like a month before I can get in there. And because like I said, it took me forever to make this appointment at the dealership. To go back there, I'm at least another 2 months. That puts me in next year, already before I can get back there. I just don't have the time. I am busy. But yeah, it's you need to call. Like if someone would have called me and be like, Kevin, my brakes are squeaking. I can't get in there for a while. Can you make a note in the system? And I'll be like, unfortunately, I can't make a note like that in the system that I have. I would let you, I would say, grab your invoice that you got, write down the exact time that you talked to Kevin, and he said that he would make a mental note and he's going to forget. That's why he's asking you to make that note. But yeah, it's try and call back right away. Try and get your vehicle back in, right away if it's acting up, especially right after a service of any kind. And yeah, like I said, easier said than done, because it's a couple of hours. The dealership I go to, you make an 8 o'clock appointment, they're not pulling your car in until 9. So that sucks. And then it takes them an hour to work on it. It's a couple hours. Who's got a couple of hours? Or get Jessica to follow me down there, a 35-minute drive round trip, just to hang out back at the house for a couple of hours to get her to bring me back down there. I might as well have waited down there. It's the same when you bring it into my shop. If you got a 9 o'clock appointment, the odds of you getting in at 9 are slim to none. So it is what it is. I know how it gets backed up. When I came into my shop this morning, we had like 4 8 o'clock appointments, and I was hoping none of them showed up, because I had 2 vehicles left over from the night before taking up my 2 bays, and then my monkeys don't come filtering in till, they're doing it at 9, so they show up anywhere between 9 and 11, so yeah, it's, I don't know, the industry is, it's fucked. That's all I can say. It's just fucked. But yeah, I don't know where I was going. This, like I said in episode 1, this diary is just for me to get it out there every day. So when I get home, I don't word vomit all over Jessica. So all right, cats and kittens, peace.